Hey, I'm Rick.
And I'm Andy.
And this is the back to school edition of
Been there, tap that.
Good morning, this is your principal speaking. I'd just like to welcome you back to the new school year.
drink, 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 drink.
So in this episode of Been There, Tap That, we're actually going to take a look at discovering what defines a craft brewery, specifically in British Columbia, but not to say the rest of Canada. So let's take it to the chalkboard, and let's see what this is all about. Ricky, what is craft beer, man?
Well, craft beer is a beer made in a traditional or non-mechanized way by a small brewery, not by one of those big brewery corporations.
Let's talk about the BC classifications for what actually makes up a microbrewery versus a regional brewery versus something larger like a commercial scale brewery. So BC classifications are more or less set forward by the provincial government in terms of a taxation figure. So the more beer you produce, the more tax you gotta pay. That's just the way she goes. Unfortunately. Beer production is based on something they like to call hectoliters.
Hectoliters.
And a hectoliter is equivalent to
100 liters.
equaling 1 hectoliter. So that's kind of how we're going to go about this. Is all in hectoliters. And so the BC provincial government and their classifications are, in order to be classified as a microbrewery, you must not make more than 15,000 hectoliters annually. So that's a lot.
Yeah, it is, but
That's a lot.
if I could fit a microbrewery in my closet.
On the provincial scale and talking about regional production, it's going to be anything. Regional is the next step above microbrew. So we have microbrew on the scale. Next up is regional on the scale. And that's going to be anything from that 15,000 hectoliter that the microbrew was, ranging up to 350,000 hectoliters.
Wow.
So that is huge. And commercial is going to be, again, we have micro, we have regional,
And
up above regional we have the commercial
side.
And the commercial scale is basically anything that any brewery that produces over 350,000 hectoliters to unlimited at that
And
point.
you know who you are.
You know who you are,
Dirty fucks.
big boys. You know who you are. Yeah, so we got Hoyne from Victoria, we have Salt Spring from Salt Spring Island, Granville Island from Vancouver.
I would say
Yeah, that's right. Hey, man, this is back to school. Hey, don't you go double guessing my geometry. Little Driftwood from Victoria. And what else do we have? We have, who is this?
CD Cannery Brewing.
Cannery Brewing and from Penticton, is that where
Penticton
they're
it
from?
is.
Penticton.
And Twa Dogs.
Twa Dogs right out of Victoria as well. So we have kind of an eclectic mix of some different beers, some different flavors, some different variety, as well as different locations all across BC here. So let's crack this open. Let's get into it.
Let's
Man.
do it.
Let's do it. Let's do what we do best.
All right. Well, so we're going to start here with the Hoyne Pilsner. So, Pilsner is a light lager.
It's good. It's good. It's gonna be good.
All right, hold that.
This is fucking juicy.
Pilsner is a type of pale lager.
Are you also there?
No, thank you. It originally gets its name from the Bohemian city of Pilsen. Back in 1842.
Sounds delightful. Just tap into that bad boy.
Here we go.
I'm gonna put that mouth side down.
That was for the teacher, you know. That's a good Pilsner.
It's nice.
Very nice.
It's light.
It's fluffy.
It's crisp.
It's crisp, clean.
Let's talk about my apple.
Oh.
The beer's good too. So this beer is like the epitome of light, pale, mild. I think it's covering all the bases that it should
Pretty
be
much,
covering.
yeah.
Right? Like
So-
I think that's it.
It's a great Pilsner.
Yeah, it is.
Thank
It's
you.
good.
Wine, that's
Wine.
fantastic.
It's nice. What do we got?
All right. Take it away.
Little
Salt.
Salt Spring Island ales. So they're from Salt Spring Island. This is the Whale Tail, and this is an amber ale.
Oh, amber.
Yes. It's made with some spring water and organic barley. Let's leave it to the Salt Springers. Organic everything. So I'm gonna try to crack that open. Oh yeah.
That's why you get married.
Yeah. So what do we have here? This is an amber ale. Let's pour it. Let's see how amber she flows.
And as we're amber flowing, let's hit the chalkboard.
Let's talk about this.
So what do we got there, Andy?
It's primarily a catch-all for any beer less than a dark ale in color, ranging from amber, duh, to deep red hues. Thus the amber, Ricky. Thus the amber. Okay? This style of beer tends to focus on the malts, but hop character can change with the range from low to high. Obviously. Expect a balanced beer with toasted malt characters and a light fruitiness in most examples. That's my apple. Don't fucking eat my apple.
Anyway,
You asshole.
amber ale. Shit. Stop.
What else are you picking up in there? Like it's fruity, but I mean, that chalkboard definition, talking about all of that, it is kind of hitting all of those notes.
It is. Yeah, when they say it's a little on the darker side of the ales, it
That's
definitely has that. You can tell by the color.
Amber.
Amber.
That's good.
That is good. Thank you, Salt Spring.
How they make a good beer?
Well,
eh?
you know, it's brewed with organics.
Oh, well, you can't go wrong
Yeah,
with organics.
no,
I mean,
you
right off
can't.
the bat.
Salt Spring and organics, I never would have figured. But.
Yeah, it goes together like dirt and soap.
Hippies.
Hippies and carrots? Is that what you said? Or hippies and dirt? Oh, yeah. Not hippies and soap.
No.
No.
Oh, shit. They're not talking opposite.
That's a clash. Jesus. That's just so much fucking apple on the ground under here.
I think I dropped it.
Oh,
That's good.
this is
All
good.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Let's take a
We've
look and
got-
see what we got here. What do we got, Ricky?
Bam! We got West Coast Farmhouse, which is a Saison from Granville Island.
Oh, God.
Saisons are basically a pale ale that are highly carbonated. To the chalkboard!
To the chalkboard. Let's go. I think that's broken. That's merely just a showpiece.
Pour us up a couple, Andy.
Will do.
So, a Saison is generally a fruity, spicy, and often bottle conditioned. So historically brewed with a low alcohol level, but modern production of the style has a moderate to high level of alcohol. It is a very fruity tasting beer. It does have a spice note to it. However, they threw their twist onto it.
What is wrong with you? I'm trying to read. Are you that kid in class that just picks his nose and wipes boogies under the desk? And every 3 months where the class has to clean their desks, they laugh at the one kid who's got like the acreage of like the booger farm under his desk? Hey?
Yeah.
That stinks. That really stinks. Now I know why your eyes are
You know who to
watering.
blame.
I-
You know who to blame.
Oh my god, that is so gross in here. West Coast Farmhouse Saison. If you didn't know what Saison means, it's French.
For season. Well seasoned.
Really? Did you raise your hand? You just had to barge in there and just take away my thunder. Season, he shouts out. Why don't you just finish the book for everyone then? Hey, smart guy? Finish the story.
To the chalkboard!
To the chalkboard. This is bullshit. Okay, so what we have for you next, this is edition 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 4th beer we're going to cover. This is a Gose from Driftwood Brewery in Victoria, British Columbia. This is Crimea River, and this originated, not this beer, but the style originated in Goslar, Germany.
Goslar, Germany.
Let's take it to the chalkboard, man. Let's do this. Chalkboard, let's go. Okay, the Gose is a top fermented beer that originated in Goslar, Germany. It's brewed with at least 50% of the grain bill being malted wheat. Dominant flavors in the Gose include a lemon sourness, herbal or herbal? How do you pronounce it?
Herbal.
Okay, herbal characteristic, and a strong saltiness. Well, let's indulge in this and see what this is all about here. Let's, is that mine?
This is yours?
I like that.
Ladies first.
Ass. Just fucking slap it out here. Wow!
Just like the apple. Son of a bitch.
Exactly like the apple. That's where I was going with that.
Cheers.
Oh, you're looking at the...
Well, you know what? It's got a little bit of haze to it.
Oh, it's completely hazy. I mean, if you hold it up, you can't
Yeah.
see anything through it. What do you think? Oh, sour for sure.
It does have a sour bite.
Oh, yeah, and salty.
Lemon. Lots of lemon.
Yeah, well, that would be the sour aspect of it.
That's
yeah.
great.
They don't lie. I think that is like right on the money with the sour, the salt. That's
Yeah. I can see the Crimea River. You bite into a lemon, you're gonna tear up a little
I
bit.
think you're gonna Crimea River when you're done your beer and you ran out.
This is phenomenal.
Can you just fill it up?
I guess.
Is he going for a slim?
Hold on.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good.
So we're moving on.
Moving on.
What do we got next?
I don't know. What do we got, Rick?
Cannery Brewing.
Nice.
This is
Cannery Brewing?
Cannery Brewing.
Nice. Nice. Penticton?
Penticton.
Penticton. Very nice.
The Muse and the Garden Promise.
The Muse and the Garden Promise? Is the Garden Promise like a strain of wheat, or is it a hop, or what is the Garden Promise?
I think the Garden Promise is that deer won't say anything. The Extra Pale Ale isn't a recognized category.
Why is that? Is it because it's extra?
Well, I'll tell you.
Should
To
we
the
go-
chalkboard.
Should we go to the chalkboard? Let's go to the chalkboard. Let's do some discovery.
So an Extra Pale Ale isn't recognized style category. So the term is open to interpretation. Some brewers use the term for an Imperial Ale, which doesn't quite fit stylistically into either the Pale Ale or the IPA category. Or just for an incredibly hoppy Pale Ale that has a body of a Pale Ale but the taste characteristics of an IPA. If you're not confused yet, you will be. On the other hand, brewers...
That wasn't very funny, by the way. If you're a teacher, I'd just tell you to shut your face and get kicked out for the day.
Jesus! On the other hand, brewers have used the term for an ales lighter colored and lighter bodied than pale ales that still have good hop presence.
Sounds very presentable.
I would think so.
Let me hold your hand while we fill that.
Little head there, Andy.
No, thanks, Rick. I'm good.
All right, hold on.
This is like... What is that flavor? What is that? There's something in there I don't know what it is. What is that?
It's got a floral taste.
No, it's something that is like definitely... It's not bad. It was completely unexpected and puts it in a league of its own. I don't know what that taste is.
I'd almost say like honey
No.
somewhere in there.
It's not honey.
No?
What is that? And again, it's not bad. It's not like I'm hating on it. I'm really trying to rackle my brain, so in all sincerity, I'm like, what is that taste?
That's a tough one.
So maybe that's kind of what they've done here, as they've really just stood out from the crowd with that
And
pale
you
ale.
have just the type, the style,
Extra
everything
pale
is
ale.
extra pale ale. Yeah. Very good without going over the top with the hops. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, no, I totally. That's
Cheers on that
it's
one.
good, man.
Yeah,
It's good.
I like that. All right, moving on.
Moving on.
One of my favorites,
Is that one of your favorites? Have you ever had?
stout beer.
Oh, stout.
Ah, I have never tried this. This is a twa dog. This is a chili
Sounds
chocolate
dirty.
milk
Twa dog.
stout.
Yeah.
I love stout beers. I'm curious about this. I've had chocolate and chili before. Great combination.
Yeah, I think that's a great combination. I
Yeah.
don't think you can go wrong.
You know what I think we should do?
I think we should crack it open.
And I think we should hit the
Should we go to
chalkboard.
the chalkboard? Let's go to the board.
So stout beers are, they generally include a roasted malt or roasted barley, plus hops, water, and yeast. Stouts were traditionally the generic term for the strongest or stoutest porters, typically 7 or 8% by alcohol volume.
Look at that. It is dark.
It is very dark,
Thick.
very roasty. I can smell chocolate. I'm scared, but if the chili kills it, then that will be a chocolate stout that I enjoy.
What if the chili doesn't kill it though? What if it's just in there and it's good? Like
Then you'll
I
be
don't know.
wearing it.
That's weird. Huh.
That is a good stout.
I think it's in there. I'm not personally myself.
Yep.
I'm not picking up on the chili.
That aftertaste, you don't you don't get that little bit of a bite.
I'm
in there.
not a huge stout guy though. So for me, I think that like if you were to maybe if you were to line up 6 stouts and go like, okay, this is the traditional and then this is the chili, I might be like, okay, I'll rattle back and forth between them, be like, okay, I get it.
Traditionally, not a coffee fan, and I don't like chocolate, except for peanut butter cups. I love stout beer. There is a heat right at the end, like the after bite.
Yep, I can
It kind
feel
of tingle your tongue, kind of the
Yep.
chilies. Fuck,
Yep.
dude, that's great. I'm Rick,
I'm Andy.
and you've been schooled.
Gold!
Well, we didn't vote. I have